everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this celebrity dream mansion. So today I'm actually going to be using the Sims 4 Get Famous, and thank you to EA for sending me a free early access copy of the Sims 4 Get Famous to go ahead and show you in today's video. So I did do a few videos yesterday with the pack, make sure you go ahead and check those out. I do also have a Get Famous playlist if that's easier for you to kind of find everything. So yesterday I did a Del Sol Valley Mansion speed build, and I also did a machinima called Fame and Fortune, and I also posted a giveaway as well for Get Famous. So there's a few videos that went up yesterday, and if you know, might as well go ahead and enter that Get Famous video, because you never know. I do have a copy that EA sent me, so thank you so much for that. So, as you can see right now, we are actually starting off here in Newcrest. I built this shell of the home before Get Famous came out because I just wanted to get a bit of a head start so I wasn't too overwhelmed and had way too much to do once I got my code for the pack. So I'm just doing the shell here though. We're only going to be here until about like the 4-minute mark, I would say. 4 to 5 minute mark, then we'll head over to Del Sol Valley. So in that time, what we'll do is the shell of this home, as you can see, the roofing, terrain paint, and also the landscaping as well. I also did a few things in the backyard, like the swimming pool and stuff, but I didn't really touch, you know, all the wall coverings and furniture and that sort of thing until I got Get Famous, which is a little bit later in the video. So I'm really happy how this turned out, actually. The house wasn't so big that everything kind of just felt really like everything just fit really right in the home. It's really kind of hard to describe, but sometimes when I do homes, I make the rooms way too big that it's sometimes hard to furnish, and there's some like empty spots. But I feel like, at least in the bedrooms, I would say, they all were kind of really nice finished. I'm really happy how it turned out. So you may also see some like different quality changes throughout this video. I did mention this in my past couple of videos with Get Famous, but I was having a few recording problems. So right now we're recording with Dxtory, which is a version of Fraps, and you'll probably see how it's maybe a little bit laggy at some points, but the quality overall is quite good. But then later on in the video I do switch to OBS because Dxtory was just giving me too many problems, and that one is good for not having as much lag, but something is always wrong with OBS for me, so the bitrate is a bit lower, so you may see a little bit more fuzziness on screen, but the video should be much smoother. So I'm just trying to experiment a little bit, trying to find the best settings because my computer is really bad at the minute. Everything is just going wrong with it, but I'm planning on getting a new PC maybe in the next month or two, so hopefully then all those problems will be gone. Anyway, so like I said, this is a celebrity dream mansion, and I didn't actually kind of think of what type of celebrity would live here really. There is actually a greenhouse, as you can kind of see there in the bottom left, but you know, maybe a famous gardener or something, maybe, I don't know. You can maybe come up with a backstory for what type of sim could live here. It does have 4 bedrooms, I think. Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4. And I didn't do any kids rooms though. Well, first of all, I say this way too much, but I do neutral rooms for all of my bedrooms, so it's easier for you to kind of fit any type of sim family in it. I've tried to stop saying that in my videos because I feel like it's the same thing I say every single voiceover, but I'm just going to say it there because I know a few people are new to my channel the last couple of days for Get Famous videos, so just in case you were wondering why there's no kids rooms, that's why. Anyway, so this will be up on the gallery. It's not up there now. I'm just going to wait until the 16th, so then it's easier for everybody to download, so they don't have missing items and stuff when Get Famous is actually released. So it should be up there probably around, I don't know, probably around the 10 AM Pacific Standard Time mark. Also when the giveaway ends, I'll probably start uploading the things to the gallery around that mark, maybe an hour or two earlier or something, I don't know. But at least on the 16th is the place to the time to check. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. I will also probably come back to this video and leave a download link. I say probably because sometimes I do forget to do that, but if I do forget, then like I said, it will be up in the gallery under that origin ID. So right now in Del Sol Valley, as you can see, we're just doing the outdoor wall coverings and stuff, and like I did say earlier, the quality has changed a little bit, so it's a little bit more fuzzier, but you will probably see how the video is a lot more smoother and there's less lag. So it's kind of an annoying thing that I can't get both things right, but you know what, it's okay, it's not too bad, I don't think. It looks worse on my playback screen now than it does when the video is actually rendered, so maybe it's not even that bad. Anyway, so we're just kind of working on putting the windows and stuff in. Honestly, I'm not really that kind of fond of the sort of like windows in this pack. I don't really know, and also the doors as well. the windows are a little bit odd, I think. I can't really describe it really, but it kind of reminds me a lot of Jungle Adventure for some reason. And it's just my particular build style and stuff. It doesn't really fit into a lot of suburban homes and stuff. So it's a little bit frustrating because a lot of the items I don't really see myself using in the future once I've kind of, you know, finished with these Get Famous videos now, just because they really don't fit into anything that I do. It's just, you know, but which is fine because, you know, not every pack can be relevant to suburban homes. There are a few things in the pack that I really like, such as some of the furniture items, but, you know, it's probably not going to be something that you're going to see a lot in my builds, like as a main pack use. That's the reason that we're using the cats and dogs windows, which are probably one of my all-time favourite windows in game. They just fit so nicely, like the positioning of them, like how they snap to the walls are just perfect really. The Seasons ones are kind of similar in the structure of like how the windows look, but the snap to the walls really weirdly. It's like way too high, so I always tend to go for these cats and dogs ones. So you can see there that we've got some balconies on this build. Now they are very narrow though, so I didn't really furnish them. The ones at the front I don't really think I did anything to, but the ones on the back and the one that's kind of on the corner, I did go ahead and put like a seat on and also some outdoor bins. And then the longer ones along the back, I think I put a easel on the balcony one on the top, and also a one of those little meditation stool things. I put one of those down, and then I was going to put a yoga mat on there too, but I just put that next to the pool as well as a little bit of space, and it didn't really fit on the balcony that well. So right now we're working on the interior, as you can see. I've mentioned this a few times in the last couple of videos, but I am now starting to do the finishing in really kind of random orders, just to kind of switch it up a little bit so it's not the same pattern of how I do things in my builds, if that makes sense. So what normally happens is that I do all the exterior first in the speed build video, and then later on I kind of do all the downstairs, like, you know, the kitchen, living room, that sort of thing. And then the rest of the video is kind of just bedrooms. So what I'm trying to do is switch things up. So we're starting here with the laundry room, and then we'll do like a bedroom, and then go to, just so it's not the same order, and just makes it a little bit more enjoyable to watch, I think. I don't really know if you find it that much enjoyable, maybe not, but I did kind of get a few comments from people saying that they do much prefer this type of order where it's just totally random. And it is also kind of good for me as well, because I'm not like, you know, recording it in my normal order then just switching up the footage. I'm actually recording it in that order too, so it's kind of good for me, so I'm not like, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. It kind of switches up for me whilst I'm building it too, which is great. So this room right here is probably the master bedroom. I say probably because a lot of the rooms are a similar size, so maybe it's kind of hard to decide. This one does have an ensuite. I don't think any others do though, and it also has this really nice sitting area. But then there's also another room that has its own fireplace too, so it's kind of, you know, just one of those things where it's kind of hard to decide. But if I really had to pick one, I would probably say this, because this bathroom as well is also very, very fancy. I use quite a lot of the new items from the pack, and I did also go ahead and change up the wall coverings, because normally in my bathrooms I do them all off screen. They all have the same wall coverings, flooring and furniture, because I feel it's a very boring room, and it's always the same. So I just cut out the footage, but for this one I did go ahead and show you it. We'll do it shortly, and also did change up it, like the finishing and stuff compared to the other ones too, so it stands out a little bit more, and it kind of fits in with the very luxurious feel of that master bedroom too. So really happy how that turned out, and we'll get to that in just a minute. So this room right here is the study. As you can see, again, we're just kind of doing random orders of how we're doing the rooms here. I actually really, really like this room too. It doesn't have all Get Famous items. I'm actually, well, one of the things is that I noticed that we didn't get because it's like a influencer's kind of setup, like with computer and lights and all that, and they do have a really nice kind of L-shaped desk, I think, is it? I've seen it in a few people's videos. I haven't seen it myself yet, but we didn't actually get that desk as an actual item, which is really frustrating, because I think that would be nice, so I'm not kind of using the same desks all the time. I know it's only a little minor thing, but I feel like having an L-shaped desk would allow us to do a little bit more than having to just make up fake ones which aren't all that functional. Anyway, so we're back on the exterior now. Again, just really random orders here. And we're doing this little gazebo, as you can see, and I just put like a little dining table there with a barbecue, and also I think I put one of those outdoor kind of heater things. I can't think what they're called, but what we just placed them right there from Dine Out. And also I did a little interesting thing there with a hot tub. I mean, it's not that interesting, but I did go ahead and put some of those dividers from Spa Day, or I think it's Dine Out actually, and I put those around the hot tub. I just thought I kind of made it stand out a little bit more, and it just kind of looked a little bit interesting, just something a little bit different to do. And also as well, you can see what I've done is with the pool is that I've actually changed up the fence. So instead of having that really tall white fence going all the way around, where the pool is, I did go ahead and change it to a shorter glass fence so you can actually see through it and see all the nice view that it has, which I think is really nice because the view here is actually amazing, and it kind of makes it more of like an infinity pool sort of thing. It's not exactly, because it doesn't go all the way up to the edge of the lot, but it kind of just gives you that sort of illusion, I suppose. So right now we're just working on the kitchen, and I did go for like a monochrome feel here. It's not really something I do that often, but I thought it was kind of nice because the house itself looks a little bit traditional, but I feel like a modern theme is really good for Del Sol Valley in this particular area at least. So I did go ahead and sort of, well, slightly modernise some areas of the build, and there's also the same kind of counters and stuff I use in the laundry room. I usually do that in my builds, where the laundry room has the same counters as the kitchen, because I feel like sometimes it's sort of like a thing that you kind of put two and two together, at least in real life. But anyway, so right now we're just working on this little dining room area. This room was fairly big, so I did go ahead and just put the dining room in here, so it's like an all-in-one room. And also where the little kind of sunroom addition is on the side there, where the glass roof is, I did go ahead and put a bar area there too, since it was a space. I thought it was a nice addition. So this is the room here that I was on about earlier, talking about how it has the fireplace. Now again, it's a little bit smaller and it doesn't have its own bathroom, but it also has a fireplace, which I feel like is kind of fancy, and that kind of just adds to the problem where I have, where it's kind of hard to decide on what's going to be the master bedrooms in my builds. But again, I'm really happy how this room turned out as well. The wall covering is from Cats and Dogs. A little bit odd, I think it's like just kind of a bit of a random wallpaper compared to what the rest of the feel of the build is like, I suppose, and what else I used. But I just thought it was nice to switch it up so it's not all exactly the same, because a lot of the colour swatches in this build are fairly just on the lighter side, like lots of white colours and grey, so I thought that kind of, you know, just switched it up a little bit. So this room right here is the garage, which again, like normal, is changed into the garage because I feel like it's much more of a better use of this space. That's what I always do in my builds most of the time, so that was no exception to that. And I also did that room on the I took the foundation off that room. I actually really like that feature that came with the new patch update, where you can have multiple foundations on one lot. So I did go ahead and change it for that. Now the greenhouse, I did go ahead and just leave it with stairs going up to it. It's on a foundation. Now what I actually did was, like you saw at the beginning of the video, I actually started building the shell of the home before we had the patch in Get Famous, and I actually forgot that we're going to begin that feature where we can have multiple foundation. So on the little additional buildings around the lot that I've done in the last couple of builds, like the garages and the gazebos and stuff like that, they've all had stairs going up to them because I forgot about this new feature. So when I got the patch update in Get Famous, I kind of didn't, like, I changed some of them, but actually some of them didn't look too bad actually. So for example, the greenhouse, I just left it how it was. And yeah, so right now we're just working on one of, I think this is the second last bedroom. We've got this one and one other one as well. And this one is more of a monochrome feel like it was downstairs in some of the rooms, like the kitchen, and I actually really like this room as well. And again, it is fairly spacious, so just have its own seating area and a few other little things there too, and also an ensuite bathroom too, which is nice, I suppose. I didn't show you the footage for that bathroom because, like I said earlier, again, it's just like the other ones, so I didn't go and bother with that. And this is the last room here before we head on to the screenshots. So I really hope you enjoyed today's speed build. In the comment section down below, let me know what you thought of it. If you have any more suggestions for builds or videos or anything with Get Famous you want to see next, that would be really helpful to hear. Make sure to leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!